So WildChild is still in Nova Scotia, and on the last episode we were making our way from Liverpool, Nova Scotia to Lockeport, Nova Scotia. We're slowly trying to make our way to Yarmouth. It was actually a sunny day, a little bit cold. Michelle enjoyed some fishing off the deck. Lexi took her time at the helm listening to podcasts, and it was a slow sail, but a gentle sail, a calm sail, and a good sail on our floating prison. Slowly, WildChild made her way into the bay at Lockeport, and we tied up at the end of the dock at the little harbor, had a terrible meal at a terrible restaurant, and then left to go spend the night anchored alone out in the bay. We got a late start because of my icky tummy. Our goal today is to make it as close to Shelburne, Nova Scotia as we can, but that of course depends on the sailing conditions and the winds. Despite the winds on the nose, we thought we could make it around the corner to behind McNutt's Island. Lockeport had a bad feeling to it, and I just wanted out.
So good morning, it's Sunday morning. So the wind today is right in the nose, so we won't make too much mileage. We just want to make up to Shelburne. So it will be 10 miles to do. So we left the anchor, it was 9 o'clock, 9:30? Oh, 10 o'clock. Yeah, we slept this morning. We took the time compared to the last two mornings where we were up pretty early. But we knew that it was 10 miles. The sea is building up. As you can see. You don't see it, I'll show you in a few moments. So it's only a 10 miles, it's cloudy, so that's the maritime weather at this time of the year, I think. The green buoy at 2 o'clock, we're good.
So we had WildChild pointed as tight to the wind as we could get her. We were sailing between 30 and 35 degrees into the wind. Not real fast, but we were trying to make our way around this point of land so we could tack and bear off. I didn't want to tack straight into the land. But we failed. I couldn't make it around, so we had to do a short, like 200-meter tack towards the land to then be able to bear off a little bit to make it out around the point. But that's sailing. You win some, you lose some.
That rock right there. That will be the condition for today, basically. The only good thing, it's not too thick, it's not raining, and the wind is warm a little bit, so that's great. We appreciate it.
So ladies, I know a lot of you back home sitting on your couch watching this with your husband saying, yeah, we should go sailing. Don't do it. It is this all day long, day after day, constant up and down, gray, foggy, wet, poundy misery. Don't do it. Be smart. Stay home. So we had to get the 10 miles out between these two rocky fingers of land before we hit open ocean. This is the lighthouse we had on the port side, and then we had that other land you saw earlier on the starboard side, and about a half-mile channel in between, which was of course straight into the wind, so it was really fun to tack our way out.
I will say I was happy to... Oh boy, that was a big wave.
Oh, wow.
Big wave hit the boat, bang! It stopped us completely. Right. So we just stacked, as you saw.
We're filming the top of your head. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I was filming, so the rock on each side, and it's always an intense moment because you need to get close. We have the wind on the nose, and you need to get close to those rocks, and there's current, undercurrent, that can bring you to the rock or not. So you're looking all around, so it's a pretty intense moment. Can you imagine just one moment hitting one of those rocks that you don't see? The boat will sink so fast.
Shell says that I shouldn't take the official title of head chicken in charge. I'm comfortable with the title head chicken in charge, but it's that I'm cautious. It's that I try not to make mistakes. It's that I'm carefully analyzing the details so we don't get into a bad situation in the first place. I'm a lot more cautious about it than he is. He's all gung-ho, let's go. For me, we've been spanked, we've made mistakes, we've been out here and hurt. So I'm more cautious about being careful when we go and choosing the time and stuff. So he says that I shouldn't take the title of head chicken in charge. He says I should just say that I'm the cautious captain.
There you go. And to correct you're saying mistake, I don't agree with that word neither. It will be experience getting into it. There you go.
No, it's
Fog. Yeah, so we decide to change direction basically and to go to Shelburne. Wind is changing again.
So one of the hard things as captain is that you're trying to make good decisions based upon bad information. Weather forecasts are always wrong. So sometimes you go out there and you're hopeful that it'll be wrong in your favor, or maybe things will change to your benefit. So secretly I was hopeful maybe we could make it past Shelburne Bay, but we couldn't. So when the fog rolled in, we knew it's time to turn, go to shore, roll into Shelburne Bay and find a safe place to anchor. So we pulled in the channel towards Shelburne, found McNutt's Island, and realized, hey, maybe we could tuck in behind this point. It was an easy 12 or 13 mile day, but it was Canadian Thanksgiving, so we thought, hey, let's treat ourselves. We dropped the hook and made ourselves a little Thanksgiving dinner. While everyone else in Canada was enjoying fabulous Thanksgiving dinners like this and a beautiful cooked turkey, we turned on the generator and the heater just to get out of the foggy, rainy misery. Nova Scotia is so foggy, gray, dreary, and bleak for so long that despite our 1,000 watts of solar and 400 watts of wind, we had to break out the generator to plug in the boat and charge the batteries. 10 days of gray with 1 day of sun. Sometimes it's so foggy and the humidity is so high. I was getting depressed. The constant rainy, dreary, gloomy, foggy misery and constant pounding that the boat gives you was wearing me down. This isn't the way I wanted to spend Thanksgiving. You're supposed to be with family and it's supposed to be good. We were all alone in a gloomy, rainy, foggy, isolated anchorage. It's Thanksgiving Day apparently. The rest of the world is enjoying turkey. We are anchored off some desolate island. Michelle's downstairs working on dinner, but we have no idea what that will be. And today we will have lights and heat. Yay. Just as an emotional reprieve from the dreary misery. So we ate dinner, laid on the couch, watched TV, went to sleep, woke up the next day to more gray, rainy, foggy misery, sat around in the anchorage all day with nothing to do, just pouring rain, everything soggy wet. Woke up again the next morning after that, and things were kind of clearing, and we were predicted to have about 10 knots of wind. So we thought we'd make a run for it. Let's see if we can make our way to Pubnico Harbor. And after another long day of gray, dreary sailing, eventually in the afternoon the skies cleared and we saw the sun again. Look at that forecasted 10 knots of wind, just pushing those wind turbines round and round with their forceful energy. Wow, what a great sailing day. Wait a minute, why are they not turning? Where's the wind? Yay, it's that rarest of all things, a sunny day in Nova Scotia. We only get one a week.
Yeah.
So right now we're 6.2 over 4.2, running into Pubnico Harbor. We were kind of trying to make a run to Yarmouth from Shelburne, Nova Scotia. We were trying to run to Yarmouth, but it was 65 miles plus, and that's kind of a long day for us. We were doing well, but you know, the winds died around 3 o'clock. As the wind forecast accurately predicted, which is shocking. The winds came down around 3:30 and they were supposed to come down around 2:30. So when the wind died, our ability to push the extra like long distance day disappeared. We're 4.7 over 3.7 right now. So we there's Pubnico Harbor here. It's a little fishing harbor, I guess.
Yeah. And it's, which time is it? 45?
It's 5:45.
5:45 already? So 5:45 and the sun, I go to bed early. And the sunrise, it's 7. It's
about 12-hour days right now, 7 and 7.
So, okay. Thank you, Skip.
Cheers. Even though we had sun today, we still have to run the generator because we've had a week of gray, misty cloud and our banks are pretty drained. So one day of sun wasn't enough to recharge every bank. One of the smart things I did in WildChild is I made it so we can just plug the generator into individual things. So this one goes to the battery charger, so we can just charge the batteries. We could run the AC water maker, or if we need to, we can turn on the AC refrigeration. After 2 weeks of constant misery in Nova Scotia, this is the first sunset we've been able to catch. WildChild stopped today in a place called Pubnico Harbor. Seems to be a rather busy commercial fishing port. We really didn't think we'd be welcome if we just kind of motored on into the fishing port and pulled up at any old dock. So we just anchored outside the protection of their walls. It was another 52 nautical miles of sailing that day from Shelburne to Pubnico. We celebrated the sunset on deck with a glass of wine, went down below, had some dinner, and called it a day.